Hey, welcome to this video. I'm going to be your tutor in today's tutorial. I'm going to be talking about the 10 secrets to conquer JAMB 2025. So we're going to be talking about the secret, but before then, I want to subscribe to this YouTube channel because by next week we'll be creating tutorials on mathematics, physics, chemistry, government, and all JAMB subjects tailored for JAMB. We're going to be creating 3 tutorials per week and see how to actually create all tutorials in the week. And what we'll be doing is that we're going to be summarizing all you need to know in mathematics to pass JAMB, all you need to know in physics to pass JAMB, all you need to know in government to pass JAMB, all you need to know in literature to pass JAMB. We'll be creating a summary tutorial for all JAMB subjects, so you don't want to miss that tutorial. So please do well to subscribe. That is our mission for this week. So please subscribe and be part of this vision so that you can conquer JAMB 2025. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 10 secrets that can help you conquer JAMB 2025. I know you have been studying. I know maybe you have not been studying. This video will also help. For those who have been studying already, congratulations. For those who have not been studying, or you have been studying but you don't know if you are fully prepared, you have just scared about the exam, this video is for you. So I'm going to be sharing 10 tips that can actually help you skyrocket your preparation and also be able to conquer JAMB if you have already been preparing or you have not started preparing at all. I'm going to be sharing tips that will help you to skyrocket the preparation and also hit and achieve a good score. So we are going to be taking it step by step. So I'm going to be showing you certain tips that will help you conquer JAMB 2025. And these tips are proven tips that have helped a lot of students in the past. And also at the end of the video, I'll be sharing the JAMB syllabus that will help you prepare. So JAMB syllabus are very important to skyrocket your performance. So I'm going to be sharing some of those for free to students, and also we're going to be sharing some proposed questions that could be asked during the JAMB examination that we have reviewed from past questions and from personal analysis and from personal research and experience over the years. So we're going to be sharing the JAMB syllabus and also the past questions that we are compiled. I call it not past questions, though they are proposed questions based on our personal researches. So these questions will help you to skyrocket your preparation for JAMB 2025. So I'm going to be showing you, I've typed them on my other phone here, the tips that will help you to be able to conquer JAMB 2025. So I call them the 10 secrets to passing JAMB at any level. So I'm going to talk them one after the other, and I'm going to be able to bring them to your notice. So number 1 on the list here is starting early. Many of us want to prepare for JAMB at the long run, at when the exam is already closed. It's a wrong way of preparing for any exam. For you to be able to skyrocket your performance in any form of exam, you must learn to prepare early. So many of us, it's a week to exam, day to exam, that's when we start reading and prepare for the exam. It's not a good practice at all. So for you to be able to pass JAMB and have a good score, you must be able to prepare months ahead. But if you have not done that, I'm going to share that secret that will help you to be able to meet up with your preparation, especially for those writing 25 JAMB with just few days to go. So I'm going to be showing you another tip. Since you are going to be preparing, what can you do to actually meet up with those who have been preparing for months to be able to have similar results on them? So the next point will be helpful. The next point will listen, knowing the JAMB syllabus. Many of us will just move and start studying, carry our chemistry textbooks, carry our physics textbook, and start studying without having a focus. JAMB release their syllabus to help you study with focus. So many of us will just study the way we want to study, which is not the perfect way. For you to be able to conquer JAMB, you must be able to study according to pattern. That is, study what you need to study. Yeah, it's good to study fast, which is very important, but when you are preparing for an exam like JAMB, using their syllabus become handy because it helps you to cover more topics based on the areas where questions will be asked from. But so many of us will just study the entire textbook, which is also good, but you will not be able to cover more, and it might be studying the unnecessary things, putting more attention on those unnecessary things. So at the end of the video, I've been sharing JAMB syllabus for free for all courses, for all subjects. I'll be sharing the JAMB syllabus for all subjects for free. So please stay tuned to the end of this video. So please, studying JAMB syllabus is very, very important. So the next one there is using the right materials. So having the right materials handy helps you to be able to conquer JAMB more easily. Many of us will just pick any textbook and will start studying. Also, JAMB gives recommended textbooks, especially for those doing literature. For example, many of them, the only English test they are aware of is the English test released for that particular English use of English, which is not good. For this year, Lekki Headmaster, which is a good one. But as a literature student, you must know that there are some novels that JAMB actually released that the real question will be drawn from during the exam. But many of us, we are not aware. So you just pick any novel and start studying, or just study literature. And when you go to the exam hall, you'll be surprised the kind of question we ask, because these are novels you might have not read before. In your secondary school, you have not even come across before. But when you have the JAMB syllabus and know the recommended text, it will help you to be able to study in accordance with what you need to know. And I'll also be sharing the recommended textbooks and recommended literature materials you need to study for literature, and also Arabic and also history. These are things you must do, and when you use these right materials, it will skyrocket your efficiency and the result you will have over time. So fourthly, practice with past questions. Many of us, we tend to write our first exam in the exam hall, which is not always good. I always tell my students that for you to be able to perform perfectly in an exam, you must take the exam weeks before the exam. What I mean by that is that you practice, you test yourself, you make to know if actually you have been able to learn and understand the concept of what you have been studying over time. But many of us, we take our first exam in the exam hall, which is a very wrong practice. For example, in university setting, I tell them, if you want to have a first class, you don't take your first exam in the exam hall. When you are done studying, draw out question and ask yourself. Normally what I tell them is this: when you are studying, as you are studying, be taking out questions. As you are studying a particular material, be taking out the questions there, and after you have done studying that material, you answer the question yourself. So it helps to be able to prepare for the exams. So it's very, very important. So likewise in JAMB, for you to be able to perform perfectly, you should be able to ask yourself questions from past questions, and it will help you to also understand how JAMB set their question, because there's a pattern all examiners set their questions. So WAEC has a pattern, NECO has a pattern, also JAMB has a pattern they set their question. So when you have encountered a lot of these past questions, it now gives you an understanding the pattern of your studies, and also some of the questions you're going to encounter in the past question will be repeated in the next year JAMB examination. So it's very important that you study with past questions. Very, very important. So the next point there, that time yourself. Many of us must understand that JAMB is not like WAEC that gives a lot of time. No, WAEC is different, JAMB is different. The time for JAMB is very, very short. So time management is very, very important. You might know what to answer, but if you are not time conscious, somebody that just does this guessing of all the options might score higher than you. Why? Because they were able to attempt all questions, which will end up maybe they might not begin to score higher than you. But if you maybe know what you want to write, but you don't have a good time management skill, you might end up not answering all the questions. And when you answer the questions, there's a tendency that the person who answered or might perform better than you, even though the person did not know what to answer initially. I get the point now. So time management is very, very important, and one of the best way I recommend in building time management is practicing. Don't just assume that you have built time management without practicing. So you must practice very, very well. Which is the next point. So the 6th point says using CBT practice apps. So using CBT practice app will help you to be able to skyrocket your practice, because these practice apps, they have timers set in them. So when you begin to use this timer, you begin to build your confidence and also build your time management skill. What this CBT app does, one, they build your time management skill, and also they build your courage, and also they build your confidence, because you'll be able to confident about time. You will not be in haste or projecting when writing the exam, because you have been able to actually build a time management skill over time. So make practice of using CBT practice app to be able to skyrocket your performance. So I'm going to drop the link to some on the Play Store, and those who have laptops, there are others that are paid though. I'm going to drop the link. You can just download that. I'm going to create a separate video on the best JAMB CBT app you can get on Play Store, on Apple Store, or for those who are using their laptop, on the browser. So the other one is a focus on weak areas, which is the 7th one. Focus on weak areas. Don't just, you know where you are strong. Many of us, we like studying from our strength. Maybe because you like mathematics, you are so good at mathematics. When each time you want to study, you want to study mathematics. Yes, a good approach, but not the best approach for those who want to actually pass an exam to perform well. Because all the subjects, the first we are writing, they all count. If you are good in English, yes, study English, but make sure you focus more on the subject you don't actually understand. I've seen a couple of students say to me that I love physics, and do my WAEC, do my JAMB, I did better in physics, and it was chemistry that actually dropped my score. I've heard students who said vice versa also. Why? Because they focus more on what they love, which is not a good one. So if you know you are good in physics already, focus more attention on chemistry. If you know you are good in chemistry already, focus more attention on physics. So what you need to do is that, yes, you're going to study both, but your attention, focus more on weak areas, because all these courses, sorry to say, all the subjects, they all count. So I'm using university setting. All the subjects all count. So you must be able to perform well in all subjects, in all the subjects. Lastly, which is the 8th point, you should be able to also have a team, study team. You can be online, you can be offline, because what study team helps you do is that it helps to encourage. When you are weak, you see people studying, it will encourage you to do more. So build a study team. You can enroll for a home tutorial online. You can enroll for maybe a tutorial center close to you, and also, or you have friends who want to also write JAMB, just build a study team. All of you can study together and be able to learn. So I'm going to drop a complete list of all these 10. I just really want to list 8 in this video, while the other 2, I'm going to add them to what I'll be sending to my WhatsApp group for JAMB Student 2025. So check the discussion section and join the group. I will be dropping the other 2 and a complete list on that WhatsApp group. So please join to get the last 2. It's going to actually help you. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel, because we will be creating more better video in the long run, and this video are going to actually skyrocket in all preparing for JAMB 2025. From next week, we'll be having a tutorial section that will focus on JAMB in all key subjects. We'll be working with past questions and also proposed questions, teaching you all you need to know. We'll be writing, we'll be doing mathematics, physics, chemistry, and all other courses, right from their summary aspects to exam focus tutorials. So we'll be teaching on these courses. So please make sure you subscribe, share to your friends, and also like this video, and drop a comment if you have any question on any topic related to JAMB or any aspect of JAMB that you want to ask about. We are always available to hear you and to listen to you.